All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Still the Shield Podcast. You know what I'm saying? This be your boys Johnny and
Jamo.
Yeah, man. Sure, it's been a long time, man. So how's life been doing? How's life been doing, bro?
It's been doing.
Same here, man. But you know, even though life be getting tough and rough, sometimes it's best for us. Oh man. But anyways, fuck that. I don't know why she called me right now doing this. But anyways, yeah. Sometimes life can be rough and tough on everybody and whatnot. But you know, when we come together and you know we just talk the shit, it feels good. You know what I'm saying? It feels nice, man. Nice and relaxing, bro. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about a lot of various topics and whatnot. One thing going to be the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef and everything. Give me a second, y'all, because I have an annoying person messing with me on my damn phone. I don't even know why I have this on the Bluetooth. But we're going to get this off real quick. But anyways, take over, Jamo. What we gonna be talking about, bro?
We're gonna talk a little bit of NBA playoffs. We're gonna kind of, get caught up on it. And we're not trying to give you guys the information on who won what game because, that's public information. We're trying to give you guys our perspective. That's our purpose of doing a podcast. It's not to inform you. It's to give our perspective. So we appreciate everybody that comes through and listen to the podcast. So we're going to talk about a little politics on top of the basketball. We're going to mention a little bit of that because it is election year. We don't want to get distracted with everything else that's going on. And of course, not the icing on the cake, but the cake itself is going to be the Drake and Kendrick Lamar conversation because, again, that's our perspective on what's going on. We some very informed guys when it comes to music, especially Kendrick Lamar's music. And I'm not saying not Drake music. It's like Drake music is easy for everybody to understand. So it's going to be a little bit, I feel like, different than everybody else's take, or a little bit more on top of what everybody else said. So
like I was saying in the beginning of all this, like this is pretty much the most entertaining like stuff that has happened to hip hop in a while. I've been saying that, and that rap has been getting boring lately. Like we need something and whatnot, and this battle, I don't call it a beef. A lot of people want it to be a beef, but it's more of like a battle and everything like that. I don't see how you can really call this a beef because it's not really no hate on nobody. This is all about just competition within the industry and with these artists' crafts and whatnot. But it's funny how Drake will take shots and then Kendrick will go low as he go low. You know what I mean? And the funny thing on this to me really is the fan base, just the quarrels between the fan base, especially like if everybody's like actually following it on their social media pages and everything. It's funny just seeing like I'm a Kendrick Lamar stan. I ain't gonna lie, but it's funny seeing that group of fans and Drake fans. And we're gonna talk about that later. Like, don't worry, that's just gonna be like later on topic. But yeah, let's get into the politics, man. All I know so far is that Trump is on trial on a hush case or something like that with Stormy Daniels, the porn star, right? I'm gonna call her porn star because that's how I was introduced to her, like when I first ever seen her. So,
well, yeah, Trump is on trial for a hush money trial right now, and honestly, I didn't get into the facts of what they charging him with and all of that, but to be honest, because it just seems like a distraction from the election. They trying to take some money from him, of course, and they trying to distract us from the election.
And if Trump is like if he's found guilty, because is it a civil suit or is it like a real criminal charge to where he can do time?
I'm not sure, honestly. Because,
I don't know I really don't even know the details of the story. But anyways, like, when it comes to politics like this, especially because, I guess the establishment, we'll call them that, the establishment don't really like Trump, all in all, Republican and Democrat. They would like to see him, not in the election. The best way to do that is to, like, I guess, get a candidate who's running the campaign, and boom, he has some type of criminal charge on him where he could be looking at jail time, and convict him of these charges so he can do that jail time. You know what I'm saying? It's almost going into his indictments, like, well, you know, when Congress was trying to impeach him, like 2 times, I think. It was like a long time ago when he was president. When he was president, you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't do it. First time, I was like, okay. Second time, y'all better get him. If you don't get him, that makes y'all look weak. So, if it's a distraction, right? What are we supposed to pay attention to?
What's going on? The same thing that happened last time with the election, and you just hit it right on the head. When they had the impeachment going on, they wanted to distract you from the election that was upcoming, which people were able to use things against him and say, look, what he was doing as president and he didn't fit the office and things like that to back up the... It's kind of like, you know, gives people not recency bias, confirmation bias.
Basically, I see it's like swinging of the parties, like trying to get a lot of people be like, yo, look at this man. He is unfit to be president. Like pretty much a slander campaign.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But I don't. In people's eyes, it don't work that way because it's not as easy as it used to be to just do some political shit and it just go over to people's head as real. We see politics as politics now, so it's not working as good as they thought it would, for sure.
Yeah, politics has gotten weak, and it's shown that it was a weak practice when Trump became president. We can get back into politics like very, very hard, you know what I'm saying? But it was a joke to me when he won. It became a joke to me when he won and stuff like that, because it's like you have 2 parties that you want to vote. You have 2 parties that you have to vote for. You could vote independent, but independent only gets like 1% of the ballot most of the time, right? And next year, you know, so you have to like choose between Democrat and Republican, right? And it's bullshit to me. It's straight bullshit, because it's like pretty much picking like the better of the ladder. I'll say the ladder or whatever the fuck it is. Yo, man, take over real quick because I gotta go do that real quick. Hold up. It's our first time doing this, man. Give us a break.
So I just feel like whoever they want to get elected, in a sense, is going to get elected. And it's not always by cheating the votes. It's swaying the votes through the public eye. And they did it the same way, because the best way to get a person like Trump to get as president is to have a person like Obama president right before him.
But you ain't got nobody like that.
The only how, and the reason I say that is to say this, is Obama was dark enough and from a certain area enough to give black people enough pride to claim him as a president. So the next best thing to a Trump supporter, a MAGA believer, is somebody that's like, we need to get this, we need our shit. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about them motherfuckers is you get yours, they want theirs back, motherfucker. Real talk.
Yeah.
And the best way to get a nigga like Biden, the only way to get a nigga like Biden in office is to have a nigga like Trump president. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give a fuck who y'all bring up against this nigga. We just need to get him the fuck up out of here.
But it's funny though, because it's all about the turnout. That's how Trump won, because the turnout wasn't good for Hillary Clinton in the beginning. So it's like, it's all really about turnouts. You gotta persuade the people that when Obama ran, that'll persuade the black vote. Like, this is the first time ever we can get ourselves a black president, like a real good shot. And it was a real good shot. It was like a fucking landslide victory. That was the biggest turnout that the Democrats probably witnessed. And like, I want to say, I don't want to even go back, but it was a big turnout. They're trying to get that back, but it's like, they ain't got nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? But
you can't argue turnout when Trump lost the president as being the Republican to get the most votes ever as a Republican. Like, it's still amount of turnout, but it's still the way that the turnout is swayed.
But that's something to look at right there, because I'm like, damn, nigga, you're the first. Like, he's the first Republican. Like,
he got more votes and won the election than any Republican ever. It's just
that's crazy.
Biden got more votes than anything. You know, he beat the record for most votes.
Yeah, basically, ever. Like, if you beat a man with an accolade like that, that means like, yeah, you got the most votes in history.
The electoral votes look like memorial votes.
I don't know. Yeah, like you said electoral votes.
Look like memorial votes.
Memorial votes? What's memorial votes?
Trump say dead people was voting.
Wow.
You remember Kendrick said that in line? Them electoral votes looking like memorial votes.
In what track?
Hard Part 4.
I don't remember the Hard Part 4. Like honestly, but like, damn, that's damn. That's a funny one. That's an actual thing that Trump said. Like
look, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy is he said that right after Trump got elected. Trump said that right after he lost the election. So Trump, he was basically saying Trump got elected off of dead people, and Trump say 4 years later he lost the election off of dead people. So obviously Kendrick has not, bringing. I don't know, fuck that. Kendrick has some type of belief that dead people are like they swaying the votes with these electoral, like memorial votes type shit. You know what I'm saying? And
so that's a theory, not actual. Like if you could find proof on that, that'd be crazy shit.
And it's hard to find proof on that, and that's why Trump is on trial and speaking on politics in Georgia. Not on trial, but he's facing trial in Georgia because it's called the election fraud shit. Where he was caught. Well, that's when he was calling niggas, asking them to do some shit. It wasn't to like steal votes or no shit like that. But I think he was trying to get them to basically, and I'm gonna tell you how fucked up the shit is, and I'm gonna give you my opinion. I can't give you the fact. He was basically calling people, telling them, go out there and prove the election was fake. You know what I'm saying? And he got in trouble for that by the government for. It's called election fraud because he was calling like high-ranked officials.
Yeah,
and it's basically like interfering with the election. So they got him for election fraud out there in Georgia. And that's the shit he facing out there. But Trump, like, when you got that kind of money and you really not facing no jail time, all you facing is fines. Like, nigga, you can't tell a nigga like him shit. That's why I be trying to tell people, you give a real nigga money, and Trump not even a real nigga, but he reached the status to where he done been fucked with enough. He done got past a bunch of bullshit to where he just like, whatever happens, happens. And I know it ain't gonna match the shit I done already been through. You know what I'm saying? So when you reach that point in life, give a nigga like me.
And spending money is nothing to Trump.
Give a nigga like me a few $100 million and don't think I won't do the small shit, like slap the shit out of a nigga. Like in public. For real, like, all that, oh man, they will sue you like Eminem was doing. When he was getting money and he first started getting money and niggas like, nigga, he was doing all the shit niggas get sued for. He just couldn't help it because it's like an NFL player that if I go out here and critique. I get tired
doing that though.
If I go out here, tired. I'm not saying I would do it every time. It's the same thing like.
But you bold enough because you got that money.
Yeah, it's like, what's the worst gonna happen? And then more likely you gonna get bail for anything you go to jail for other than like whacking a nigga or some shit. Like,
that's assault, nigga.
So any little thing that's go to jail type shit, man, I'll be out this bitch tomorrow. Anytime you go to jail, you know you'll be out tomorrow. Like me, it all depends on what my bail is. You know what I'm saying? Like my shit too high, I might have to sit a little bit, and if it's too high, I might have to sit this
comfortable.
I might have to sit this whole motherfucker out. But if you got that kind of money, that is never a thought. Like I was watching, and this is a little off topic, but we're gonna get right back on top. We're gonna kill it when we do.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real fast. But I was watching something about this dude Robert Durst in Galveston. He went to jail and they didn't know who he was. He's just like an old nigga. They didn't know nothing about this nigga. So he go to jail and it's for murder. And the sheriff say your bail is $250,000. He thinking he just like letting that nigga know, bitch, you ain't getting out of jail. So he tell that nigga, he say, do you got that kind of money? He's like, not on me. You know what I'm saying? So he made one phone call. He was out there and he was out of jail in the morning. They paid the whole $250,000.
Damn.
But he belonged to
no bail bonds.
Nah, he got that bag. Like he belongs to a family in Manhattan that's worth like $870 million. And his baby brother is the chairman of that company. So
they got dough.
They got dough, and that's what they called him when they called him from jail. They say, don't worry, we got the trust is gonna pay for your lawyer and everything you need. Don't run, but he still ran anyway because he was saying, who the fuck goes to court for murder? He's like, just like you let me out of jail on that shit. He said, I thought murderers didn't even get bond. When they told me bond, I was like, man, I'm finna get the fuck out of here. He got PJ money.
Wow,
private jet money. He was gone.
Motherfucker went fugitive. He got out of jail. He paid bond. He paid the bail, and then he just went fugitive.
And that's what the man asked him. He say, So you wasn't worried about your $250,000? You said $250,000 be gone. Because he got nigga family worth. He paid $1.8 million on his defense, and he had 2 lawyers. He said, I paid both of them $900,000 a piece.
Damn.
Got that bad. That's down at $2 million on a murder case.
Yeah.
Right here in Galveston. I know one of the lawyers I know.
What was the guy's name again?
The guy name was Robert Durst.
But
the lawyer name was Dick DeGuerin. And the other one dude was like Michael Ramsey or some shit like that. Was the other lawyer. But yeah, man, he like, I don't know, watching that type of shit, it be making me think like crazy.
So you say he murdered somebody?
Oh, he murdered multiple people.
Multiple people?
But he was on trial, but he got that money. So he murdered his wife in New Jersey, New York or some shit. They couldn't find her. Then he murdered his homegirl, I guess his old homegirl in California.
So he got multiple women bodies?
And then he came down here and murdered his neighbor and cut him up and threw him in Galveston Bay. And they ended up finding his neighbor chopped up.
Oh, this dude
he beat the trial though.
He a serial killer.
He beat the trial though. He admitted to cutting his neighbor up and putting him in a bag. And he said him and his neighbor was wrestling for a gun inside his apartment because his neighbor got killed inside his apartment.
That boy sounds psycho.
And he
sounds psycho.
Yeah, he ended up going to jail and dying in jail though. In like 2021, he died.
All right. Damn. Boy, it's crazy shit right there. Rich people can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, man, that nigga people got that bag though. It's just the way they talk about life and money. He's like, man, he said ever since I've been alive, I've had way more money than I could ever spend. And it's just to hear a nigga say some shit like that, it's just like, man.
Reminds me of a character on an anime that I'm watching right now, but I'm not gonna say nothing about it. But let's continue with this shit, my nigga.
All right, so let's get a little bit of playoff talking.
Yeah. Because talking about Trump and shit like that, and politics was kind of gloomy.
No, it wasn't gloomy. It was
to me,
a little bit of talk. You know what I'm saying? A little chopping it up.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's do this, man. We're going to NBA playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's taking away. We're in the second round and everything like that. So let's just talk it. Who's the first team that we should talk? What's the first game we should talk about? OKC.
Let's talk about Minnesota and Denver.
Yeah. All right, Minnesota and Denver, man. Shit, Minnesota was. I didn't expect the first 2 games to go how it went, but last night's game made me say, okay, the series has started. The series has started right now. It started right now. I mean, like Jamal Murray was going off for Denver. They were hitting the threes that they needed. You know what I'm saying? They played real team basketball, surgical to me, against the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves were trying to stick with them in the first half, but I don't even know where the fell off went.
Just their style of basketball come off of making jump shots, in my opinion. They got like people like Edwards who will go to the rack, but a lot of his game is predicated on making his 3-pointers, making his mid-range shot. Karl Anthony Towns is the same way. You know what I'm saying? So
who's their true big man? Rudy?
Big man as in, I guess Rudy. Because he defend and he's the rebounder. So, yeah, he's the big man for sure. The power forward is Karl Anthony.
I really wasn't paying attention to the lineup or where that. I noticed the people that were making, like, you know, the points and all that, but was he playing last night?
Who?
Rudy Gobert.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even think I recognized. I don't think I've seen him on the court. Maybe I was just too tired, but I was watching a little bit of it and everything. And I think Denver is now here. As long as they just keep that steam up how they had last night, this can be a very interesting series for real.
It is, but they put themselves on the wall. So at the end of the day, they did win a game, but they still have to win this next game to make it a real series. Because if they lose this next game, they still down 3-1.
3-1, yes, sir.
So
they got to win. They got to win this next game. They're gonna win the next game.
If they win the next game, they'll be up 2-2. It'll be tied 2-2 going back home.
Game 3 was actually the perfect game to actually put your money on the Nuggets for real. I know they was going in there as the underdog. But like this would have been the perfect game right there. I thought about that too. I was like, man, I just want to just put that money on this game on the Nuggets because I just think they're gonna make it. Like they're gonna win this bitch, but I ain't think they win it by that margin.
Yeah.
So the next team that we have to talk about right now, if we coming off of them, I throw in the air, man. Shoot, what you think about New York and Indiana?
I think it's a good series. Every game has come down to the end since, but other than last game, and they've been balling, man. Like Jalen Brunson been doing his thing, Josh Hart been doing his thing, and on the other side, I really feel like Tyrese Halliburton need to step his game up if Indiana gonna really win this series, which I don't believe they are.
I didn't really think Indiana was gonna like be here.
Yeah, he gets a lot of assists. I kind of see what Patrick Beverly talking about. He get a lot of assists really because he got the ball a lot, but he really don't do shit with the ball. He don't do shit with the ball. And I hate watching it because I'm like, nigga, you get a lot of credit for nothing, nigga. Like, niggas who don't watch basketball, they watch the highlights, they watch the stats, and say he had 18 points and 12 assists. But there's no way you can have watched the games and look at this nigga and say, he one of them guys. It's too many of them niggas in the league for me to look at him and say that, and there's no slight to him.
So you make it sound like he's mediocre.
And the reason that I watch him like that is because of what people have said about him. So it's not like I just found somebody to look at it and be like, let me check him out. Like, no, I heard how everybody was talking about how he lead the league in assists and they got the number one scoring offense and stuff like that. So I'm like, let me check him out. And all he doing is hanging out at the 3-point line, dribbling the ball and throwing the ball to niggas from the 3-point line. It ain't even like niggas on the cut and shit like that. It's niggas that's wide ass open on the 3-point line or some shit. Like niggas.
So that's good vision. That's good vision.
It's obvious basketball. Like he getting credit to do shit that you can get anybody on the court to do, bro.
But that's only in stats and everything like that. So
I know.
They praise him like that, like that with that glory.
They gave him a lot of credit during the season. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying praise him. They gave him a lot of credit though, for sure. But this fly need to go, bro.
I know, man. Shit, we got flies up in this bitch. It sucks. And I'm recording. Bad presentation on the first record, man. So, but that's me.
That's cool. I be having to deal with the fucking bees.
I'd rather deal with bees than flies. Man.
I got some lavender plants.
I'd rather deal with
motherfucking bees love lavender, nigga. I did not know that shit until I already had them. I had a bumblebee come visit me yesterday, and I like them though because they don't bother you. They be in your face, and I hate any bug. And I'm not scared of any bug biting me. I got a rule with every bug is don't get on my skin though.
Yeah,
I do not like bugs on my skin, bro. I do not know what the fuck you was on last. Like y'all niggas be everywhere. Don't be up on me like that. You know what I'm saying? And don't be in my ear buzzing.
But bees, man, hold up, baby. Let me go get something real quick.
In my ear buzzing. On my skin, I'm not for none of that shit. You give me a bottle of water, please.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm not with none of that shit, man. So
pause, right?
You can pause it.
Pause. All right. Yeah, so we're back. Man, I think I need to take a break. You got a lighter? No, I got a lighter. Yeah, man, let's keep this shit real. Let's keep this shit authentic. Fuck it. I'm high as fuck. Yeah, we're gonna talk some more basketball right now. So we just talked New York and Indiana, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so next team up on the list will be Cleveland versus Boston. What you think about this game? This series, really?
I think Boston is just Boston. They gonna win this series probably in 5 or 6 games, but they always have 1 or 2 games in the series to where you question who the fuck these niggas is.
Yeah, it's like Boston. It's like with me on the equivalent of the team or in the NFL. To me, they're like the Buffalo Bills. To me,
they're the Buffalo Bills for sure.
Yeah, because I'm looking at them, I'll be like, man, y'all expected to do better than what y'all do. It's almost like it's good, but it's not good enough.
But I can't put them against the Buffalo Bills because they are supposed to be the Kansas City Chiefs.
They are. Well,
Buffalo Bills, they are. They supposed to be the loaded team with the young stars.
I say Kansas. I say Kansas is Denver.
Nobody's Kansas. Denver just won the championship. They down 2-1 in the series right now.
But they still, I don't know, man. It's just like,
nah, I can't. I'm
just
not
with Joker alone is like, damn. But
I'm not gonna give anybody that until they winning multiple. When they winning, like, you know, and I'm not saying multiple back to back. Kansas City got 3 chips though, so none of these niggas is Kansas City. Like, you know, the Eagles won one. Like, all these niggas came in and got them one. Like, don't get one.
But Kansas is like, they just started a whole dynasty right there.
They got the dynasty shit going.
It's
on.
like,
the Warriors is
the first time we see this in a long time since New England.
Yeah, so.
Nah. But like, okay, but Boston is like, so mediocre is not the word that I want to give them, because it's like, they're going to make, we expect them to get the East. You feel me? We expect them to be in the finals. They're going to be the team from the East to be in the finals, for real.
I'm going to say they're immature.
But it's like, damn, man, why does the West look like it's so tough? It's like tougher. Like, it could be like a toss-up, like maybe between two teams that can beat the Boston Celtics in the final.
And what two teams you think that is?
I say Denver and Timberwolves. But they're playing against each other right now.
I think Dallas.
Then OKC, I cannot front on the OKC. I think OKC got is youth. Is the word youthful right to describe them? You know what I'm saying? I'm a Kyrie Irving fan. I'm gonna always say that when it comes to the Mavericks. So yeah.
You know, I don't even like Dallas, but the Mavericks are. They a legit threat for sure to win a championship this year. And I like it. Like, I like it for Kyrie. Like, I'm not that much of a hater of anything to where I can't recognize something or I love something within it if it's something to love about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not rooting for them. If they lose, I'm not going to be like, I'm not watching SportsCenter tomorrow. Like, I'm watching the shit out of it still. I don't watch SportsCenter, but I'm used to it.
The world ain't over. Pretty much what you're saying. The world ain't over, but that's not even your team, so it shouldn't really matter now to you.
If they won, I will be happy for Kyrie Irving winning.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jason Kidd as a coach.
Yeah.
So exactly. I got rooting interest within that team, but fuck, you know.
You ain't gonna say it.
I'm gonna be good from now on.
You ain't gonna say it. Nope. All right, see, pretty much that flowed into the last game that pretty much is like right now that's being played. So with the playoffs, yeah, let's keep the shit rolling. I like it when it's like, you know, this. Even though I wish I could just stay home and watch the games, but luckily they have replays. So with that being said, we could talk about boxing tonight. We have a fight between Lomachenko and Kambosos. It's a pretty good fight. You know what I'm saying? I think for some titles. Because like I'm saying, I think for some titles, but like yeah, I recommend to go watch this fight. But like and that's it really. I don't really have anything else to talk about on boxing unless you want to rock some topics. Ryan Garcia finding illegal substance in his system, but he took another test and he didn't have it in the system. I don't understand what's going on, like, you know, with the drug testing policy in boxing. It's ridiculous.
From what I understand is you give multiple samples when you give the drug test. You give one under guidance of their people, you give one under guidance of your people. Yeah. So I guess whatever one came out was the one that got us in the guidance of his people, which was the A sample, came out dirty with whatever, and he requested for the B sample to be tested, which came back positive. So it was two samples that he took at the same time, but it was under two different circumstances.
Yeah, but it's like how you. It's unexplained. To me, it's unexplained right now.
And the reason he do it under his lawyer is because when they test the one that's done under his lawyer have to be present for them to test it. So he'll seal it and he unseal it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it can't be tainted with under any way unless his lawyer is in on it, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know if he was dirty or not. To me, it doesn't mean anything when it comes to Devin Haney, because Devin Haney just got beat in so many ways. Yeah. It ain't like he got hit with a super punch and niggas was like, yeah, nigga, he was outboxing you, but he outboxed you. Yeah. He punched you harder a couple times. Like he did all the shit to
tore him up.
That makes him a better boxer than you. Haney, after that fight. It's
like this is a wound that like Haney can't recover from. Like it's a wound that he can't recover from, but it's going to be noticeable. It's like. Yeah, you can recover from this, man, but that's gonna be that mark on you, dog, and it's a nasty mark too.
And the reason I think it'd be hard for him to recover is because the stuff he would have to do to recover, I don't think he will be able to do. He would have to go knock out Javante or something.
He can't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the fucked up, and that's the messed up part about it, because how you say that, he has to know himself as a boxer, and I think he knows himself as a boxer, and he ain't gonna knock out nobody, man.
He wouldn't outbox Javante.
Yeah, he can't outbox Javante. Something's wrong with his conditioning, dude. Like he's not really built for like 12 rounds. He's not built for 12 rounds, man. I don't know what be going on with his training and shit like that. Now I'm looking at his father, because normally when a boxer goes down like this and the game plan ain't working, what they was going for, you have to run round for round. After he got that knockdown from Garcia, you can win after a knockdown in the early rounds. You feel me? You could win. So all you have to do is but he doesn't have the stamina. So it's like, now I'm looking at your corner. I'm like, man, how what y'all got for him? Did y'all prepare him right? Even though the preparation will be better than like Deontay Wilder, like preparation when he had to go fight Tyson Fury the second fight. So I'm looking at Devin Haney's training right now. You know what I'm saying? Not Devin Haney himself, because he has to know himself as a boxer. He ain't gonna knock out Gervonta Davis. Fuck no. And Gervonta Davis gonna just press him. Take away his jab. That's the only good thing he got. Take away his jab, you could just chop him down.
So what do you think about Ryan Garcia going forward?
Ryan Garcia can go forward, and
no, I'm not saying like him if he can. I'm saying, what do you think about like what he's gonna do, and what you think his next best move would be?
His next best move would be, if he can get it, and I don't think he should, because in the rankings he could do it. He could fight Isaac Cruz, Pitbull. He could fight him, and Isaac Cruz is gonna fuck him up.
Won't he fight? Won't Javante fight him again? Actually, Javante,
he won't fight him now.
Javante said he would.
I don't even know if it would go down like that, but maybe it could possibly happen. It could happen again.
Because at this point, even if I'm Ryan Garcia, and I will be looking at it this way too. I had a few good fights already to where my bank account is cool. Like, I know for sure I'm rich forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the status I just put myself in after putting paws and hands and feet on this nigga Devin Haney, the social media shit, how I played on the social media shit and got
he could feel the seats. He can feel the seats. I can make,
even if I go one fight, this after that it's over with, niggas don't believe the bullshit no more. The next fight he can make enough money to where it start reaching that generational bread. He can get close to $100 million his next fight. Somewhere between $50 and $100 million.
Well, he's gonna have to be a brand. Well, he is a brand. He like I say, he fills the seats for real. He has that power.
Merch, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got a whole race behind him.
You know no. A man that got a whole race behind him is Canelo Alvarez.
Nah, Canelo do, but I promise you, man, like, I didn't even, and this came to me naturally. This is nothing I was looking for, bro. After he fought Haney, it reminded me, because I be out of boxing. I don't be giving a fuck about what's going on a lot of times, right? Unless it's something for me that just catches my eye and I'll be really interested in. But I ain't realized I forgot how racist boxing was. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
When a black and a Mexican fighter fight each other, niggas don't give a fuck about who the fighter is. It's about the black fighter people going for the black fighter. And I realized that a lot after the fight. You know what I'm saying? So he is like, and when I say not behind him, I know Canelo is number one.
Yeah, because the blacks was behind Devin Haney.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like he's the number one Mexican fighter, number one anything like that.
Yeah,
but you go to that nigga social media and you look at the people that's at his shit, like buying his merch at his pop-ups and shit like that.
Yeah,
they got the Mexican flags off for that boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave them hope on. Man, you just, like, we was at the bar drinking that night and you kicked that nigga ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got good memories to that shit. You know, it was kind of, you know how that shit is. You a boxing fan, but I'm not sure you want to do it on a racist tip. Like, when I was in jail, and I don't like bringing up jail stories, I promise you, but that's what it brought me back to. Because in jail, that's what it's all about. Niggas watch fighting every day. They watch UFC, anything that come on ESPN that's fighting. Yeah, they turning on that shit.
As a matter of fact, we got a UFC fight going on right now on ESPN. But like, I know what you're talking about, because like shit, I used to work with a bunch of felons and shit like that. So it was like, it was funny. It was funny to me. But then, you know, I give props to the boxer's skills. I'm not really into the race and shit, but I hate it when I have to go with, like, you know, when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, bro, his fan base. I like the dude, but his fan base, I'm like, man, I don't even want to be saying I'm signed with Canelo in this fight because he's gonna win and blah blah blah. But it's like that's how it be. I go based on boxer skills. Canelo Alvarez is like a fucking knockout genius.
But Canelo don't be putting his paws on a lot of niggas, so I can give him that credit. He punched on a lot of essays, so
yeah.
Yeah, really like
because right now Canelo's at a point where he can select his own matches that he wants and stuff, and he only boxes like maybe twice a year. He boxes around Cinco de Mayo, and he boxes around Day of the Dead or something like that, somewhere around September, October. So he's gonna have another fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? But who knows if it's like a championship fight or anything? But
that's the end of October.
Yeah. So with that, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. They actually changed. They actually make it a sanctioned fight. So it's gonna go down as a it's gonna go down on their records.
Yeah.
So dare I say it, I will side with Jake Paul on a bet to beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson, and I don't want to go against Iron Mike, but age does matter. Age does matter. So I don't know. It'll be funny, but I'll just on a gambling bet. I'll be like, I'll put my money on Jake Paul for real. On a gambling bet, I'm like, fuck it. It's like if I lose it, I lose it. Not like savings, but just like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to me that's another racist fight for me because
a white dude and
I
a black
want to
man?
see. I literally just don't want to see Mike lose to that white boy.
I don't want to see him lose too.
I
don't want to see him lose too.
Mike. It's because that's that white boy, and that's Mike.
But it's gonna be a double whammy on fucking Jake Paul because that's gonna make you a villain.
Yeah, and I'm not like a racist person because I like white people. But I just, when it comes to like my people, I'm for sure for my people over white people.
I wasn't making it about race, but like when you put it like that,
I'm saying it like that type of shit on when it comes to like fighting. But if the white person is better than the black person, I'll acknowledge it. I'm not the nigga that will see Jake Paul go against Kevin Hart in a boxing match, and I'm thinking like, I got Kevin Hart because he black. No, I'm not stupid. I'm gonna acknowledge the skill and the the preparation of the white man. But at the same time, if Kevin Hart knocked him out, there'd be a little pride in it.
But I think, man, but I'm just putting this up with youth against old. That's all. That's the only thing I say that will give Jake Paul a fucking like a advantage, because if you look at Jake Paul's like I guess characteristics when he fights and shit, he's a jabber. He's a tall, long dude. He could just jab away. I don't think he has that much of a power, but he has a good jab and shit. That's what he's gonna have to use against Mike. That's the only thing you gotta use against Mike. Keep him at bay and shit and tire him out. He's gonna be trying to get up in there, but just tire him out.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's gonna be kind of difficult because the way Mike gonna come at him, it's gonna be Mike know he don't got long.
Yeah, he gotta come in. He gotta come in.
So he gonna be
kicking your door, waving the fofo.
And I believe that if he can take more of Mike jabs than Mike can take, then Mike can take more of his jabs than he can take of Mike punches. That's
gonna be the test right there. Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough? Because the one way to like weaken a jab is to move into the jab.
And that's Mike.
Just move into the jab, and you take away the power. Exactly. Because if you shorten the distance, you shorten the impact. So, yeah. So that was just one right there. Gervonta Davis is gonna fight fighter Frank Davis. I think that's his name. No, Frank Martin. I call him Frank Davis. Frank Martin. I guess not much to say on Frank Martin if you don't know much about him. Obviously, you don't know much about him. Fighting Gervonta Davis. I just think this is another meal ticket for Gervonta.
They need to stop doing that whole ass shit.
Gervonta doesn't want to, I don't know. He's not really pursuing to be a champion and shit like that. And he can be the champion in this division. He was the champion in his previous weight division. But
niggas don't want to fight him though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the hardest thing.
Some motherfuckers be ducking them, man, for real. You could just make the fight and put your titles on the line.
Yeah, that's but
then there's rules to this shit. There are rules to this shit. Or there's levels to this shit. I don't like saying rules. There's levels to this shit. So That's all about boxing, guys. All right, so we just got through that. I was gonna talk about the fucking Met Gala and how much that bullshit is, but I ain't gonna even talk about that shit. That stupid ass fashion show. I don't know. I don't get fashion shows anymore. But let's talk about what we want to talk about. Kendrick Lamar, Drake, shoot,
and Jersey. Okay, what you want to do? You want to start from the beginning?
I want to start. We already know what it is. So what we gonna talk about on this one? Like Kendrick, obviously, Victor. What's your favorite tracks? I've been playing fucking Not Like Us like almost.
I play that a lot. I play Euphoria probably the most though. That's the one I usually start with, and Not Like Us comes with it. But the most thing I really want to do, I do want to talk about is Drake's perspective going into it, and some of it does go back into history a little bit. Of course, when Kendrick dropped the Control verse, Drake get mad, and he get mad because he feels like he's above what Kendrick is saying. Kendrick is saying like, hey y'all, let's step this rap shit up. Let's make the rap game. Let's bring rap back. Let's bring this shit back. And he took it as, nigga, I'm out here doing shit. Like this rap game, my shit. How the fuck you gonna tell a nigga like me what to do in the game? So he started dissing Kendrick in interviews. And Kendrick started, he did the little BT Cypher shit where he do a little verse, and after that, him and Drake started sneak dissing each other. But Kendrick kind of fell back from it, which Kendrick never fell back from sneak dissing him, but Drake pretty much knew one day him and Kendrick would run into it, like we would bump heads type shit. But my perspective on what I believe Drake thought was, about time Kendrick reached me at this point, I'm gonna be fucking souped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got all these friends in Atlanta. I got all these friends in his hometown of California. Like, I got friends everybody love me. I'm Drake, nigga. I'm number one nigga out here. So, he thought that by the time Kendrick come out, nobody was gonna want to hear what the fuck Kendrick gotta say. He can just Meek Mill Kendrick. Yeah. Like, man, y'all gonna listen to this little nigga, man. Look what I've been doing this whole time. He ain't shit compared to me. But that's why I like what Kendrick did is when more of the mind game of it was he knew Drake's perspective based on how Drake's reason for hating on him, basically the way he felt it. And I'm just using it in Kendrick's perspective, in my opinion, is you hating on me because I feel like I'm that nigga, but you feel like you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I shouldn't feel like I'm the nigga in your opinion though. It ain't even the fact that you feel like you that nigga. It's the fact that I shouldn't even feel like I'm the nigga type shit, because you got all these accolades, you got all this recognition, these number ones, these features and shit like this. So he thought he was going to be able to come out and use that against Kendrick, his popularity against Kendrick. And I can tell that in a lot of his diss and his tracks that he did, that he thought he was just going to be able to make jokes and be funny and come up with a little bullshit. And Kendrick literally was just destroying him mentally. Like, you really a weak person. Like, nigga, I can say little shit about you and you going to unravel, nigga. Like, he really had a simple tactic, but it was like a hood nigga tactic. Like, nigga if we at school or we in the hood, and like, I'm not saying the hood, I mean like we all together outside, and you do some shit I don't like, nigga, like, and I'm a funny nigga, I'm just gonna make jokes of you. Or you a corny ass nigga, I'm just gonna, man, look at this old bitch ass nigga coming over here with that old stupid ass shit, nigga, like looking at him like, you old dumb ass nigga. Then
that's the thing right there. Like what he was like poking at him at was like, you want to be accepted, nigga. You a nigga that want to be accepted, so I'm a clown on you for that. You be riding dick on motherfucking culture, dog. You a culture vulture, pretty much.
And it shows in everything Drake does, because when he get beside a nigga, there's somebody, what he want to do? Take a picture. He want to caption the shit. He want a big homie, the older G's and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the one thing that be like that be irking me is like how he kind of talk. He try to talk like with street cred or some shit.
Okay, answer me. Have you heard this question? Where's Jay Prince?
I don't know.
Have you heard anybody talk about that?
No. I don't think nobody mentioned his name yet.
Because he literally jumped in every single Drake beef.
Mm-hmm.
Like every little thing. When NBA Youngboy came at Drake, when Pusha T was coming at Drake, when that nigga Birdman owed Drake money, when P. Diddy punched on Drake,
you gonna say?
slapped Drake. Like
Let P Diddy give him a golden shower.
He came out Drake defense. This time he ain't said not one word. So maybe Drake owe him money too. Maybe the mob put the hit out.
Ooh, I just thought about something. Turkey Leg Hut. Did you know that they just got burnt down? Like they should. I think
it was a warehouse.
The warehouse, or I thought it was the.
No, it wasn't that.
Never mind then. Because I was thinking about some type of hit type shit because they did file bankruptcy too.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck?
They got a lot of shit going on. We could do a whole episode about that.
Yeah, that's like something I want to dig in, but that sounds like something
I don't want to dig into it.
Yeah, that's why I should have said I don't want to dig into it, but that's an interesting thing. You know what? Fuck it.
Let me tell you why. I'm gonna get to give you a quick why. It's because it is something that we could literally go to the south side of Houston, talk to the man himself, get the story, and come back and do a podcast about it. And I wouldn't feel right about doing a podcast about anything that's in my vicinity that I can literally just figure it out before I come out here and just say some shit I don't know. Because he outside the fucking cooking oysters every goddamn day, right there outside, nigga on the grill. Mm-hmm. You can walk up to him, tell him who you is. He got a security guard. Let a security guard know we don't mean no harm. We still the shit, nigga.
And just talk to him and whatnot.
Yeah, let him know like I'm just.
That's a good thing.
And let him know that we not even on no, because he gets attacked a lot too, like by the media in Houston. Because his wife filed bankruptcy and they kind of like on her side, the Turkey Leg her side, and they against that nigga type shit because he already got felonies, been to prison, all that shit. So he obviously the bad guy in their head. So I would like to explain to him, and that would be my main reason for talking to him, is to let him know that if I was to ever talk, like if we was to talk about him, and the reason we want to talk to him about it is because I would like to get his side of the story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just like, that just look like almost like a fucking like a mafia.
But they got a lot of shit going on. I wouldn't want to.
When I heard that story, I immediately thought Goodfellas. If you remember the movie,
yeah,
I immediately thought that when they was like when that dude signed protection from Paulie because he was worried that Tom he was probably gonna like just wild out on him and this motherfucker owed me so much money and shit. So that's a whole nother story because it's like they pretty much just drained him for all his money when he couldn't pay up. Ooh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, but that's something I don't want to get involved in.
Exactly,
either.
That's why I was like that.
Because, and what made me think about that before we get out of here on that, not out of the conversation, but out of this conversation, is when you first said Turkey Leg Hut and talking about it, the first thing I thought about was tagging them, and me knowing him, he's gonna reply, and I would want to be able to at least know we had our information right before we said what we said.
Exactly.
Sure.
You want to tag him? You want to tag him?
Now, if we were to make an episode about Turkey,
let's not make this episode. That's why I say. Hopefully they won't dig that deep.
I gotta slide to the tray and stand on business, and I ain't trying to be that type of nigga because he'll stand on business type of nigga.
You gotta stand on business, and we have to.
It ain't gonna be.
We don't want to, but we have to.
I would like two black men to be. You know what I'm saying? I would like to meet that man and get business ideas and, you know, get some hustle from that nigga. Like, not hustle from him, hustle, but just, he that type of nigga. Yeah. That's what I admire about the nigga. So I would never want no smoke with the nigga.
No. But I was just saying, like, when I was putting pieces of the puzzle like that, I was like, damn, man, wait a minute. I just heard a headline. I didn't do that much research, but I heard you say caught on fire, but it was a warehouse, not the restaurant.
Yeah. So the
warehouse, damn. Don't know how severe the fire was, so I can't say much on it. I'm probably just making speculation and on it, right? So,
oh my god.
So I'm putting that. Then I'm like, didn't you just file for bankruptcy like maybe a month ago? What the hell? What?
Yeah, because that's the first thing I thought. Because I'm gonna tell you in the sequence, I got the information. Was the first thing I seen was a dude on Instagram, and he was riding by and he seen the fire, and then I seen the news report the fire. And then the next morning, I seen the Turkey Leg Hut app come out and say that wasn't the fire at the restaurant. It was a warehouse. Nothing affected business. It's business as usual.
All right, bad. As long as it wasn't bad, like it was like electrical fire or something.
I'm not sure.
All right. So, anyways, back on Kendrick and Drake and everything. With Drake moving forward from this battle, I don't know how it's going to be for him. I don't know how it's going to be for him. I don't know. It's not like it's over, but
It ain't gonna. Nothing was the same.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same. Yeah, man, that's kind of fucked up. Like in this industry, and you know how long he's been doing this. You know what I'm saying, for the longest. It's like, damn.
Yeah, but it's funny because at the same time, he is also a person that got big and thought he could step on the little people, who are people he deemed as smaller than him. So those types of people usually get dethroned in the worst types of fashion. They don't get to die old and pass it on to somebody. They get kind of kicked off the goddamn throne.
I didn't see, like, at the beginning, I didn't see Kendrick, like, you know, with that steam, like, going forward, like competition. I'm like, okay, competition, but who you think strike first? Like okay, Drake. Okay, Kendrick did like that, right? Then Drake did Push Up, right? Then he violated the culture with that tailor made freestyle. And I'm like, wow. So yeah, so when how he attacked that, right? You know what I'm saying? How he did that shit, especially using the POC AI, I knew that struck a chord. I was like, that was some corny shit, nigga. That was some real corny shit you did right there, dog. And yeah, next you know, Euphoria comes out, right? Euphoria comes out, and find out a lot about Drake on this one. Then meet the Grams after Family Matters.
616 in LA.
Yeah, 616 in LA. Yeah. I was listening today. I'm like, when I was listening to it the first time it hit me, I was like, what? Like, but he made note of it, and I even made note of it too. I'm like, if you got moles in your camp and shit like that, you if you was a real nigga, you would have seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not really caring about who comes around you and shit. Like, you think these niggas love you, but these niggas don't love you. You know what I mean?
Them niggas pussy.
And they pussy. So it's like on that basis right there, it's like, damn, nigga, you can't be a real nigga, like a real solid dude. But then it started making me think, I'm like, yeah, this nigga, you know, is from Canada and shit. I'm not gonna talk about most of his like religious background and whatnot. First time I ever seen your ass was on Degrassi. I'm like, damn, you buy off the culture. Then you insulted the culture right there. So I know they had to fuck with Kendrick, and so he just, I don't know, that shit was crazy right there.
Yeah, but that also gives you a little bit more insight of a person that doesn't read the room well. Like, it's certain things us as black people we do that we know gonna rub black people the wrong way. You have to be black to know that, though.
Exactly.
He did some shit that what white person would think is clever. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, just look at the art in it. But he not looking at the fact that
but then when you say it like that, Drake fans are like, they show their stripes. It's like, I don't want to insult nobody, but most of the motherfuckers that I seen on my social media and shit like that, right? They're not that smart. But they're smart.
Gullible.
But like, yeah, that's the word. I ain't want to insult their intelligence, because it's like, but I don't know, they just boppers. But I call them boppers now.
Yeah, Kendrick music is just too deep for people that think they're shallow. So I don't even try to argue with those people about Kendrick music. We can talk about Drake music.
Because with Drake, he made hits. So Drake is always on the radio on spins. He's always there. Kendrick is not there. So when I talk about Kendrick, because I like the art of the shit, you feel me? He makes good albums. I don't ever talk about like a certain song. I can talk about a certain song, but I'll be like, his albums are real good because they all paint a picture. They tell a story. Yeah, he's a concept artist, like in a sense when it comes to his studio albums. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with Drake, it's like, I gave him respect in his lane, which was like what Wayne told him in the beginning. Do what you do. Don't try to do what I do. And all that, right? Be yourself. In the long run, then it'll work out once you're out of this game, right? So with that, he just, I don't know. He just wanted to be hood. He reps H-Town. He reps Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But did nothing out here. Did nothing out there.
He's one of the rich people They got rich, got around niggas, bought them shit, gave them hits, and thought he was just like the niggas that he was around.
Like pretty much, I gave you this, I gave you that.
So he was able to be in the studio with Feature and his guys. He was able to be in the studio with 21 and his guys, like, and they know Drake. And you know, when we finna go, oh, way after this, we going to the club, man. What you gonna do, man? Shit, I'm sliding to the club with y'all niggas. Like, man, oh my God, like, this is amazing, guys. Like, we get to hang out with these guys, man. Atlanta, man, it's crazy, dude. We gotta literally like spend more time down here. You know what I'm saying? He that kind of guy, like
a fan.
Yeah, big fan of all this shit. That's what he like. That's why when he first came out and people thought like, is he from Houston or Canada, nigga? Because when he, oh my God, like, give me the cup. This shit is good. Like, man, you guys blow Jaro and sip cups and these bitches just dance like, man, these bitches look good and you know what I mean? The bitches popping that ass in his face and he like, man, this life is every night we ball, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's the life. Like, everywhere we go, we the shit. And he H-Town in my cup, all this old shit in his goddamn songs. Next thing you know, he talking about strip clubs and sipping syrup and chilling with the niggas down here in the H. So he got out of that shit and 21 Savage them like accepted him in Atlanta and he started rapping like that. Like, Cali niggas accepted him for a little bit. He rapping like that. He went out to Europe. They screamed his
he
name.
always be like, you know.
He started rapping like that. He party in the islands, so he got to go rap a few times like that. He started rapping like that. Like, he just a person. Everywhere he go, he want to be accepted. And he's more than that, but that was a big part of his thing in the rap game is like he's never been accepted by us like that in his life because he been a corny ass nigga before that. And I'm not trying to talk down on a nigga on something I wouldn't tell him or something I truly don't feel. It's nothing like to hate on a nigga, but
I don't hate on him, but it's just like, just what all you said right there. Like, I'm like, I really won't even hate on the guy. Just like, he's not my cup of tea. But then people, or will label me, the people that I know that like Drake, they will say that I'm a Drake hater. And I'm like, I'm not really a Drake hater. I just don't fuck with him.
And he do have a lot of songs that I love.
He got an album like what's that demo tape that he had that came out recently? I listened to that. That was cool. I ain't
gonna lie. Recently, like last few years, I can't. But his first few albums, I listened to all them shits. Like, was a Drake, not a Drake head, but I really liked a lot of his music for real.
I was just like when I seen this character in the beginning, I was just like, man, this whatever, bro.
Yeah, and I never believed the tough talk. I never believed the H-Town shit. Like, I always knew he was more so of a nigga living his best life out here.
Yeah,
like,
just do that, live your best life. But now it's like, I don't know, man. I hope everything is well for the man. For real.
I root for his career.
He fucked with the wrong one. I have to say.
That's how they really boiled down.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. I'm not like saying, yeah, man. I'm not whooping and all that shit with this. I'm just like, I was entertained. Made me like not really listen to any other artists like for a while, except for Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips. I'm like, just, it was very entertaining for real.
You ready for the Top Dog 20-year anniversary album?
Sure, I'm down with that. Nice. I hope it's nothing. I hope no. Please, no Drake slander in that, please.
I don't think it is. It ain't gonna be because Top.
It ain't just celebrating, boy. This is a celebration,
Top
boy.
Top Dog said that the beef is over.
Yeah, I said this is a celebration, bro. I'm like, shit. LA fucking B and C walking out there. They've been doing that shit for
they
like.
Got their song this year.
Hell yeah.
The niggas don't know how to act though, bro. You get them niggas something. That's why them niggas ain't had shit in a long time, bro. Cause you
man, let them have this because they don't.
I'm gonna give it to them, but I'm gonna tell you, cause I felt some type of way, and the reason I can speak like this is because if you go on my YouTube and look at what I listen to mostly, it's all on West Coast.
Like Draco the Ruler.
Draco the Ruler, Lefty Gunplay. I listen to Peso. I watch No Jumper. I watch Back on Fig. I watch Community. I watch the Ace Boys Go Live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch a lot of content, and that's only the stuff I can think of off the head. 03 Greedo, Ralphie the Plug. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. Mexicans up north. I forgot them. I can't think of niggas' names right now, but Amazi for sure. Filthy Rich, EBK, Jamo. Like, nigga, I've been on that Cali shit for real. So when I have an opinion, for one, I'm gonna go keep it in context. I'm not even finna get all through there. But I say that to say, I really listen to Cali shit. So niggas get a hit finally. Somebody, Kendrick did y'all one. He been making music for y'all, but he been number one from the West Coast. But he finally did it on the West Coast beat. Get y'all something to bop to, and y'all want to talk shit. Y'all want to come here and talk about, hey, this is the West's time. Y'all niggas fall back.
Hey man, like I say, man, Drake violated with the Pac AI. He violated.
But I said that to say hard. They trying to make it seem like, and the reason they saying that is they saying like, y'all niggas ain't been fucking with our shit. Don't try to listen to our shit now because Kendrick hopped on it. And I'm kind of like, for one, I am tired of y'all niggas rapping on West Coast beats. I am glad somebody that can actually rapped on the West Coast beat, because like you got so many niggas from the West Coast that believe it's like a nigga from Houston getting on a screw beat or a slow down H-Town type beat rapping about swingers and fucking candy drink. I don't want to hear about khakis, gang banging the motherfucking lowriders. I swear to God I don't. That's why I like Draco. Just rap. Draco don't rap about fucking lowriders. He rap about foreign cars. He rap about designer clothes. He rap about chains. He rap about drugs and shit niggas doing today. He ain't talking about no Sherman or goddamn heroin. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't, I ain't know niggas still bought heroin out here, but we ain't talking about that. But for real though, like, I respect their music a lot. I listen to a lot of their West Coast shit. I like a lot of it, and I like their politics. I pay attention to a lot of their gang politics, and you know, some shit I look at it as stupid. I did for a while, but I'm back on it because I stopped listening to the goofy ass niggas and started looking at more real OGs, man. Real talk, because you got a lot of goofy ass niggas that, because they from a set, same shit like we was talking about, niggas from a set, they born in the Crenshaw district or in this rolling 60s neighborhood, but they really got a pussy. You know what I'm saying? But they want to leave that area and tell niggas, because I'm born over here.
Yeah, because you're from that
I'm
area.
I'm not a pussy.
Yeah,
nigga,
girl, you're from that area. Because you're from that area.
I respect a man for a man and a pussy as a pussy, so I don't give a fuck where you come from, nigga. All I say, it's like,
I mean, like, you could say you're from the neighborhood, but I wasn't into that shit. There are people like that. It's like, own yourself, own your shit, and you're a man.
Believe it or not, it's more people that's like that, that's not into the shit, that's actually into the shit.
Like corny ass motherfuckers who shouldn't be into the shit. And like, you're
cool
not built for
either
this.
way. And that's what I be telling my nephew type shit. Like, you don't gotta be a punch on the nigga type nigga. Like, you can literally come out here and just get your money, fuck on these girls, get your credit right, you know what I'm saying? Like, really stack up to where by the time you 30, nigga, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
With your shit.
You can, like, if you want to go on a trip just on a random note, you can do that.
Nigga, you'll be able to book the whole trip off your credit card.
Exactly.
Like, nigga,
you got good shit. Yeah, your money good.
Your shit good. Like, nigga, your apartment.
Yeah,
like, you can get approved for anything. Your bank account good because your savings. You know,
but then again, it's funny like that, because like that comes down to, like, you know, a person that knows that knowledge to, like, actually give to the youth. That comes with the parenting, if the parenting is right.
One thing I can say about him, my oldest nephew, is he disappoint me in a lot of ways at this point. He does. I always tell him, I say, bro, I these other ones I try with, but you cook right now, nigga. I don't got no faith in you right now. But what I do have faith in is he can save some fucking money when it comes through his bank account. If it comes through any other way, it's gone. Like
paper money.
If he get it through Cash App, if Apple Pay.
But then it's funny. It's like, okay, so you have money, so you can, like, tell him how to do things with the money to make more money. But it's like, what would you tell him to do with it? Well, the easiest thing to get him to do to make more money with his money was to upgrade his barber thing, because he likes to cut hair and he had customers already. So I told him to get him a bit. It's on him. You can, like, give him this ain't I ain't gonna say his name.
DJ, okay. Yeah, you can give him game, and he can have the money in his hand, and you can say, hey, bro, if you do this, you gonna make that money back even more. Like, niggas gonna respect you. It's gonna, like, up your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And he pretty much, because one day he came to me, he was like, I asked him, I say, what's the first thing you would do towards your business if you had the money to get, like, if a nigga, like, any somebody that's willing to pay for it? He say, I would get me a rug made with my name in it. And I looked at that nigga and I say, Because at that time, he didn't have shit. All he had was clippers. He didn't have no apron. I told him the first thing you buy, nigga, is an apron.
That nigga was gonna buy a rug over his equipment.
Over his equipment. So I say, no, first thing you buy is the
apron.
Yeah. I say, because niggas, you don't want niggas to be like, well, shit, I just got out work. Let me get my hair cut for sometimes niggas be in a rush, like, man, let me go ahead and get my shit hit real quick. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be like, I can't fuck with this nigga because he ain't even got that shit. He gonna have that shit all over my clothes. Second thing you get is a chair. Because you got niggas sitting in these regular ass chairs. Get a nigga a comfortable ass chair to sit in. And I told him the third thing to get, I think it was something else to get, but it was something, all three things was for the customer. And I was just telling him get how he should put his money into shit that'll make it a better experience for the customer, so they'll spend more money with you. Then all the bullshit you want to get that don't mean shit to them, it's just for you. The rug is for you. They don't give a fuck what's up fuck on the rug. They don't give a damn.
And guess what? You're gonna be cutting hair on that rug, and you gotta vacuum that shit off that rug.
That's what I'm saying. That shit just.
Why you getting a rug, nigga? Get yourself like a one of those fucking mats.
And then even on his apron, he can get his shit on there. Cause my sister do the thing, and that's the matter of fact. She ended up making him an apron.
I need to get me a Cricut. She got a Cricut. Yeah, I need to get one of those. But anyway, man, shit, we've been running this show for a while. We appreciate you guys for logging on, tuning in. Whatever the fuck I just said. So don't forget to like and subscribe to us on any platform, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I gotta play a song for you, bro.
Shit, I wish you was connected to the Bluetooth, are you?
Nah, bro, because you don't fuck with me like that. But it's cool.
Anyways,
I fuck with you like that, though, you know what I'm saying? So.
Anyways, guys, we about to roll out. Peace.